Okay, so I'm just wrapping up a little target shooting here at Oak Tree Gun Range, which is a tiny little patch of freedom and sanity in the great white idiocy state of California. This ocean of imbecility. So let me just tell you some news I just now got, although it's probably a month or two old. I've been traveling a lot, so I haven't been shooting for a while. So here's the thing. California hates the AR-15, so years ago, in order to ban the AR-15, they made a rule that said that you could not have an AR-15 as a magazine with a detachable magazine. They said no detachable magazines. So somebody on our side said, well, what's the definition of a detachable magazine? And they said, well, detachable magazine means you can drop it without having to use a tool. So some genius on our side puts a tiny little barrier here, and instead of the latch you use to drop the magazine out of an AR-15, normally it's protected so that you can't use your finger. You have to use a tool, like a ballpoint pen, let's say, or the tip of a bullet for an AR-15 .223 rounds. They call it the bullet button. It takes that long, magazine comes out, and all of a sudden this gun that's been banned is now magically legal, according to the rules of California. And that lasted for quite a long time, but now they're still trying to ban the gun, you see. But these people are so dense and they understand so little about firearms that they've decided that they want to get rid of the pistol grip. So now, in order to protect the citizens of California, if you're going to have a legal AR-15, you have to have something with a piece of plastic so that you can't get your hand around the pistol grip. Now, you'll be relieved to know that while it only takes about 4 minutes and a screwdriver to pull off this little piece of plastic and get you your pistol grip back, pulling that little thing off and removing those 3 screws, well, that's against the law. So fortunately, the people that were going to go and commit mass murder with one of these rifles won't be committing mass murder anymore because they don't want to get in trouble, because they don't want to pull these 3 screws off of the gun, because that's illegal, you see. So that's where we were, and I had to make a decision by the end of June as to whether or not to register my normal AR-15 as an assault rifle with the state of California, which I'm not in a big hurry to do, or get one of these ridiculous stocks. And then I find out that somebody has created a modification for about $70 called the Killjoy. And for those of you that understand firearms, what this does is this. It's a little spring-loaded thing that replaces the back pin on the AR-15. It just pulls it, it cracks the back connection that wide. But because of this one little pin, and because you can't load the magazine without cracking the gun that wide, that means that you have disassembled your rifle in order to reload it. $70, absolutely everything I had on the gun before is legal now. Probably faster to reload now that the bullet button's been made obsolete. And I just wanted to say to all of the millions of big brain Californians and all the big intellectuals who've been working on this problem, and the millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars of lawyers' fees and all this other stuff to write this legislation to ban this gun, was canceled by one guy with a wrench and a half a brain for engineering. Freedom wins again, even in this beautiful, stupid place.